right? I'll start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of GMS for teaching nothing but the 100% truth. Shalom to the beautiful Akim that's believing the truth, pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, using your body as a living sacrifice. To you, I say Shalom. And Shalom to you very few Akwaf that's listening and learning. And Shalom to your children as well. This is your brother Amath from out of GMS Lake City Camp. Lord willing, coming back with edifying video. Now I started off with this precept yesterday, and I'm gonna start off with it again. And I think I'm gonna title this one what I said I was gonna title this one. I said I was gonna title this one People Are Crashing Out, man. But more so 2/3 Jakes. You got more so 2/3 Jakes and heathens too, man. But you know, the earth, these people about to crash out, man. This is Daniel 7:25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And hey, Esau is doing a beautiful job with this, man. You know, hey, the Lord has put the spirit, a cold spirit on the so-called white man to take away the peace from the earth. And that's what this devil is doing. This devil is taking away the peace from the earth. All the mercy periods, the mercy, and we keep telling you, hey, the mercy, the grace, that's closing. So all that overtime, hey, they're cutting jobs, they're cutting back on overtime, you know, keeping everybody 40 hours or under. You know, you got some jobs telling people, you know, put bids in far as in like being off. You know, we're just in those times of chaos and more uproars of the people, man. So this is why you got to pray to Yahweh Shai to be in the spirit and keep you in the times that we're coming into, because it's getting more wild and crazy, man. You know, it's getting more wild and crazy, and there's only more wild and crazy times to come. You know, Daniel 7:25 all the way through, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. And that's what this man is doing. You know, hey, he's putting laws and stuff in place to come down, hey, after the people. Taking the peace away from the earth. You know, this is Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him. Who was the so-called white man, right? Esau, you know, and it says to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And this is what he's doing. He's taking peace from the earth. He's causing division. He's causing uproars. He's causing chaos. He's calling people to go animalistic crazy in their minds, man. You know, because he's taking away their comfort. He's taking away the American dream, what the so-called Americans are familiar with. You know, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. And so this is what this man is doing. He's taking peace from the earth, and the earth is mourning, because who's in rulership? The so-called white man. You can't live, you can't breathe. They're taxing you on everything. They're overly taxing. They're polluting the earth. They're poisoning the air. They're poisoning the water. They're poisoning the food. You know, so people are getting more animalistic, crazy, because what this man is doing and how he's poisoning. You know, it says right here on the Google, this is the Google. I typed in, what does no peace mean? And then this is what it says. It says the phrase no peace generally refers to a continuous state of anxiety. See? And that's what people are, in more of an anxiety at an all-time high. It says unrest, conflict, or chaos. So this is the times that we in, and this is what we've been telling Jakes. This is why you got to be prayed up and stay circumspect and watch, because this is what this devil is doing, man. He's taking away the peace from the earth purposely to get everybody's ready for the RFID chip, which is the MOTB. You know, it says, however, specifically meaning depends heavily on the contents in which it is used. If you jump down here, it says the meaning is signifies that society cannot experience calm or harmony, peace, as long as systemic oppression, racism, or inequality, injustice is exists. Hey, and this is what this man is doing. He take away the harmony, the peace, inequality, injustice. Hey, all this thing, hey, the so-called white man is doing. So this is why the earth needs a new rulership. So we're gonna jump right into this, and I knew that was gonna happen, but it's all right. It is all right.
I don't care how.
I just want to go on this page, and I'm gonna play that video.
I'm going to go get my nails fixed. I'm going to take my stepdaughter over to an adventure park to celebrate her 15th birthday that we didn't get to celebrate yet. I don't care.
So she tired.
I don't care anymore. To continue to work hard, to sweat, to cry, to be angry, just to afford to live.
Hey, the saints are worn out. The 12 tribes of Israel are worn out. The so-called blacks, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, so-called Jamaicans, so-called Haitians, hey, the speckled birds, hey, they're worn out. And that's through the rulership of the so-called white man. It's not just the 12 tribes, heathen nations, the other 17 heathen nations, right? They're worn out through the rulership of the so-called white man.
I'm not doing it no more. I don't care how the lights get paid. I don't care how nothing gets paid. I'm not doing it no more. You know it's bad when you're borrowing money from Cash App.
I didn't know that.
And a lot of us are doing that. We all fixing to end up in civil court over Cash App. Borrow limit. Afterpay.
Man.
And then people tell you half favor is going to get better. No, it's not. It's going to get worse. If you don't know the word, then just say that. A lot of us have been struggling like this all of our lives. And to know that it's going to get worse is like, damn. We ain't going to ever be able to enjoy it. Especially when you've been struggling all your life. Just to find out it's fixing to get worse. So I'm going to make it better for me in the moment. I can't afford to do anything else. If we don't do something for ourselves, just to keep ourselves sane, we gonna go crazy, and I refuse. After everything that I've been through in life, to allow the devil to make me go crazy because of some shit that's out of our control.
Man, people are tired. People are starting to crack, man, mentally, physically, man. People is getting sick. Man, we are in a time where everything is super inflated except the paychecks, bro. Even the light bill, water bill, property taxes, insurance, all that mess is going up. Except people paycheck. And people already working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. Now, some people got 2 jobs. They're working 2 full-time jobs, 80 hours, and then you still got to go hustle.
Yeah, I don't care.
Hey, taking peace from the earth looks like. Let's get another video, man.
That there's a generation of people who are getting themselves in debt to go to school to prepare for a job that won't exist by the time they graduate. Exactly. I think people need to understand how our society is changing, especially in the job market. With everything changing with AI right now, like, people really are going to school right now, are preparing to go to school. And I'm talking about children who are in middle school, children who are in high school, children who are in their freshman year. By the time they get out, the job that they're preparing for, the job that these schools aren't telling them this is going to take over AI, because Technically, why would a teacher tell you that? Why would a professor
It's
tell
about
you
money,
that?
man.
When if you find this information out, you're going to say, well, what's the point of me being here? They're preparing you for something, for a world that will no longer exist by the time you graduate. A world that won't exist by the time you get to that age. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's very important for parents and everybody to kind of just be like, look, practically the job that you're probably wanting to do and be when you grow up or get out of high school to do, it might not be there.
More likely
because there might
won't
be
there.
an AI system out there to some extent. I don't know what type of systems they have that will do your job.
Do your job better. She said, do your job better. It seems like AI cutting my videos off today. But I'm with that. And it's a lot of
See if we can get another one again.
I just had to come sit in my car for a few minutes just to be alone, just to bring it back down. Because when I tell you the burnout is mega real, it's real. And I just need a couple minutes to decompress because everything in me just want to be like, I'm out. But right now I just can't do that. So I'm taking a break, trying to calm myself. Burnout is a real thing. And sometimes you may think that, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to skip a day, I'm this, I'm that. But you will know when real burnout is. You will know. Because when you get that real burnout, there is no recovery. At least not for a while. And you are in constant torment.
Yes, burnout is a real thing, man. And that's why people throwing in the towel. People just say, man, they tired. They are not doing it no more. They be like, hey, here the keys to this, here the keys to that. Some people are walking away from their job. They said they'd rather just sleep on the park bench. I remember I was talking with one gentleman. He said he had more peace when he was homeless than when he got his car and got his house back.
Yeah, them burnouts is coming, man. Them burnouts is coming. One, starting at verse 5. Now, therefore, thus said Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Hey, that's why we tell you, Jakes, man. Acts 3:19, repent, consider your ways. Because the Lord is the Lord is always giving you warning through his prophets, which are men, to tell you, hey, arise, depart out of this place. The Lord is not going to heal this place, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is not going to heal Babylon the Great. It's over. It's done. This place is a mess. This place is a mess. And that's why I had this pulled up. This is my second time doing the video. I got interrupted, so I had to do it over. But this is Jeremiah 51 and 7. We're just going to hit the point. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is sudden fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take ball for her pain. If so be she may be healed. Right. See, it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, every one, into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So, the Lord said, it would have healed this place, but it can't be healed, man. This place is defiled. It's blood everywhere, man. Through the so-called white man, through the rulership of the so-called white man. This is what the earth has come to, man. People are crashing out. They're burned out. Going back to Haggai 1:6, it says, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Thus said the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. This is why we tell you, arise and depart. Get your mind ready, man. About to be pilgrims on the earth. And see, a lot of you Jakes are not ready for that. This is the same Haggai 1:5 in a different translation, the Message. It says, and then a little later, God of the angel army spoken out again. Take a good hard look at your life. Think it over. You have spent a lot of money, but you haven't much to show for it. See? You don't have much to show for it. You spend a lot of money in this place, but you don't have nothing. We don't have nothing to show for it. We don't own anything, you know? And that's what these elites want. They said you will own nothing and you're going to be happy. This is why we tell Jakes, you know, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Spanish, Latinos, Haitians, Jamaicans, right? Arise, depart from this place. This is not your rest. It says ye have spent a lot of money, but ye haven't much to show for it. You keep filling your plates, but you never get filled up. You keep drinking and drinking and drinking, but you're always thirsty. You put on layers after layer of clothes, but you can't get warm. And the people who work for you, what are they getting out of it? Not much. A leaky, rusted out bucket. That's what. That's why God of the angel army said, take a good hard look at your life. Think it over. That's why we tell you, Jakes, hey, you better consider your ways. You better repent. Because guess what? Isaiah 48:22, there is no peace, says Yahweh, unto the wicked. There is no peace coming to the wicked. You know, there's no rest. There's no peace. There's no answer. Hey, that's coming to the wicked. And Babylon, this place is wicked. You know, this is why the Lord said, arise and depart out of this place, because it will destroy you. You know, this is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the curse of their actions shall stand in their power. See, it's going to be sedition among men. Why? Because a lack of bread, water, you know, power, food, you know, all these things. You know, people are realizing that their lifestyle is being taken from them. The Lord is allowing, you know, heathens and you 2/3 Jakes to realize, guess what? That fantasy that you've been living in, it's a fantasy. The Lord is now bringing you into reality, and which is what you Jakes need. And now it's showing that you Jakes are not ready for it, and these heathens are not ready for it as well. This is why we tell you arise and depart, because the people are going to crash out. You're going to see more animalistic behavior as the closer we get to this thing, man. You know? So, hey, stay prayed up, stay fasting, stay praying, man. I pray this video is edifying. Just want to hit some couple of points, man. But we in those times, man. It's going, crash out season at an all times high. So, hey, pray that Yahweh shall destroy this place. Hey, swiftly. Hey, Lord willing, you was edified. It's your brother Amath from GMS Lake City. And may the blessing let you be upon your household. Until then, hey, Shalom.